biological chain reaction.
Rushing to defend the Earth against the unknown weapon of the super race.
Bring my bathing suit.
What's a bathing suit?
Would diamonds or emeralds do?
Forbidden Planet, 1956, is seriously next-level sci-fi that changed everything. This isn't just another space adventure. It's the movie that gave us the legendary Robbie the Robot. The whole thing goes down on this mysterious planet called Altair 4, where Commander Adams and his crew uncover some wild secrets about an ancient alien civilization. The best part, those invisible monsters created by the mind, they're absolutely terrifying. And get this, it has the first all-electronic score in movie history. The sounds are so weird and awesome you won't believe they made them in the 50s. The way they created that alien landscape and those underground facilities will make your jaw drop. The effects still look incredible today.
To meet any emergency which may develop, just...
The Day the Earth Stood Still, 1951, is a total game changer that'll leave you speechless. Picture this. An alien named Klaatu lands his spaceship right in the middle of Washington, D.C., and everything goes crazy. Michael Rennie plays this super mysterious alien visitor who's just different enough to give you chills. And don't even get me started on Gort, this massive robot guardian who just stands there until someone threatens Klaatu. Then watch out. The best scene is when Patricia Neal has to say those famous words, Klaatu Barada Nikto. They became such a huge part of sci-fi history. The way this movie tackles big issues about humanity while keeping you on the edge of your seat is pure genius.
Stay in your homes, I repeat. Stay in your home. God, its most awesome creation. For born in that
Them, 1954, brings your worst atomic nightmares to life in the most incredible way. We're talking giant ants in the New Mexico desert, and they're absolutely terrifying. James Whitmore and James Arness have to track these massive insects through the storm drains of Los Angeles, and every scene keeps you holding your breath. There's this amazing part where you can hear their high-pitched sound in the darkness before you see them. Super creepy. The way they used practical effects to create these monster ants is absolutely genius. And when they finally show up in full view, attacking everything in sight, wow. The scenes in those underground tunnels will make you jump every time. Before we jump into the next film, take a quick second to join our retro movie community. Just hit subscribe, it's free, and it helps ensure you won't miss any of our upcoming nostalgic deep dives.
We can only communicate with it.
Corner. Now hold this in front of you.
The Thing from Another World, 1951, will totally freak you out with its claustrophobic terror. An isolated Arctic research station becomes a battleground when the team discovers something absolutely terrifying in the ice. Kenneth Tobey plays Captain Hendry, who's trying to keep everyone alive while dealing with this blood-hungry alien threat. The best part? The creature turns out to be an intelligent plant that can regenerate. How wild is that? The way they film those dark corridors and use shadows to build tension is pure genius. And when the creature finally shows up in full view, it's absolutely nightmare fuel. The famous line, "Watch the skies," became everyone's favorite warning about threats from above. The scene where they try to trap it using electricity will have you on the edge of your seat.
Thin air is fantastically powerful.
Vortex of fear.
Jack!
Invasion of the Body Snatchers, 1956, is the ultimate paranoia thriller that'll make you question everything. Kevin McCarthy plays Dr. Miles Bennell, who discovers something super creepy. People in his town are being replaced by emotionless duplicates grown in giant seed pods. The scene where Dana Winter tries to stay awake to avoid being replaced is so intense, you'll never want to sleep again. watch out for that amazing sequence where they find the pods in the greenhouse. Totally spine-chilling. The way the movie builds tension with every new discovery is absolutely masterful. And that ending? It'll haunt your dreams. The idea that anyone could be a pod person makes this movie scarier than any monster.
Weapon of the super race from the Red Planet. Of hysteria.
The War of the Worlds, 1953, completely revolutionized alien invasion movies with its incredible effects. Those Martian machines are absolutely mind-blowing. They're not just flying saucers, they're these amazing tripods with cobra-like heads and heat rays that can disintegrate anything. Gene Barry plays Dr. Clayton Forrester, and he's awesome as the scientist trying to find the alien's weakness. The best scene? When those Martian machines first emerge from their impact craters, it still looks amazing today. The way they created those heat ray effects and the eerie green lights is pure movie magic. And when the military tries to stop them with everything they've got, epic destruction everywhere. Quick pause for a movie buff question. Which of these special effects do you think holds up best today? Share your pick in the comments.
Superior intelligence that unleashes its deadly ray.
This Island Earth, 1955, takes sci-fi to a whole new level with its amazing Technicolor visuals. Rex Reason plays Dr. Cal Meacham, who gets mixed up with some super advanced aliens after receiving mysterious electronic parts in the mail. The Interocitor communication device became every sci-fi fan's dream machine. Jeff Morrow plays Exeter, this alien scientist with an enlarged forehead who's hiding some dark secrets. The Metaluna sequences are absolutely incredible. Those mutant creatures and atomic destruction will blow your mind. Faith Domergue brings serious brain power as Dr. Ruth Adams, proving that women scientists can save the day too. The spaceship designs and alien world effects set new standards for sci-fi movies.
Never before has the screen reached such heights of excitement. Saucer monsters. Russ, look.
Earth vs. the Flying Saucers, 1956, brings Ray Harryhausen's incredible special effects to an alien invasion story. Hugh Marlowe and Joan Taylor face off against these amazing spinning saucers that wreak havoc across Washington, D.C. The destruction scenes are absolutely spectacular. Watching those saucers crash into national monuments never gets old. The way Harryhausen animated those spaceships with his incredible stop-motion techniques changed movie history forever. The magnetic weapon they developed to fight back is super cool, and when those saucers start falling from the sky, pure cinema gold. This movie took real UFO reports and turned them into one of the most exciting sci-fi adventures ever.
Space. And what did they want on Earth? What of the screen? So real they almost touch you.
It Came from Outer Space, 1953. Brings alien encounters to the Arizona desert in the most mind-bending way. Richard Carlson plays John Putnam, who spots this crazy spaceship crash, but nobody believes him until people start acting super weird. Barbara Rush totally rocks as Ellen Fields, who's way more than just a screaming girlfriend. The aliens can take human form while fixing their ship, which leads to some seriously creepy moments. You never know who's real anymore. The way they shot those desert scenes makes everything feel extra alien and mysterious. The best part? These aliens aren't evil, they're just trying to get home. The 3D effects were amazing back then, and even without them today, those glowing alien eye effects will give you chills. Talk about a twist on the usual invasion story. If this trip down memory lane brought back some good times, consider subscribing to our channel. We've got plenty more decades and genres to explore together.
Medical precedent for what's happening to you.
Yes, I will.
The Incredible Shrinking Man, 1957, takes sci-fi horror to a whole new level. Or should I say a tiny new level. Grant Williams plays Scott Carey, who gets caught in this mysterious radioactive cloud and starts shrinking every single day. Randy Stewart is amazing as his wife Louise, watching her husband literally disappear before her eyes. The effects are absolutely incredible. Wait until you see Scott fighting a giant spider with a pin. The basement survival scenes are pure tension, especially when ordinary house cats become monsters. Jack Arnold's direction makes everything feel totally real, and Richard Matheson's script goes super deep about what it means to be human. That final monologue about infinity will blow your mind.
Site within the United States.
20 Million Miles to Earth, 1957, showcases Ray Harryhausen's monster-making genius at its absolute best. William Hopper brings back this wild specimen from Venus that grows into the incredible Ymir creature. Watch this thing go from tiny to terrifying as it terrorizes Rome. Joan Taylor helps keep things grounded while all the chaos unfolds. The way Harryhausen animated the Ymir gives it so much personality. You almost feel bad for it. The scene where it fights an elephant in the streets of Rome is pure movie magic. And that final showdown at the Colosseum, totally epic. The creature design is so unique and alien, yet somehow you can tell exactly what it's thinking and feeling. That's the Harryhausen touch. Next week, we're diving into the monster movies of the 1960s. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. And tell me in the comments, which decade do you think had the best movie monsters?
Man was confronted with his most shocking blunder.
Tarantula, 1955, crawls into your nightmares with the ultimate atomic age terror. John Ager and Mara Corday team up as scientists trying to stop this massively huge spider that's getting bigger by the minute. The effects team absolutely nailed it. They made this giant tarantula look so real climbing over those desert mountains. The tension builds perfectly as the spider gets closer to town, and those scenes of it sneaking up on people are super creepy. Watch out for a young Clint Eastwood as the jet fighter pilot. The way they combined real tarantula footage with desert backgrounds is pure genius. And when the military finally shows up, the action gets totally intense. This is definitely not a movie for anyone scared of spiders. Get ready for an absolutely incredible journey through the mind-blowing world of 1950s science fiction. We're diving into some of the most groundbreaking movies that changed cinema forever. These films packed more creativity and innovation than you can imagine, all without modern special effects. From alien invasions to giant monsters, these classics will totally blow your mind.
Leviathans that roamed the earth at the dawn of time. The beast would come back.
The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, 1953, brings us Ray Harryhausen's first solo monster masterpiece, and it's absolutely incredible. Paul Christian plays Professor Tom Nesbitt, who spots this prehistoric beast after an atomic blast, and nobody believes him until it's almost too late. The Rhedosaurus, designed and animated by Harryhausen, is pure monster movie magic. Paula Raymond rocks as Lee Hunter, showing that women scientists can save the day too. You won't believe the scene where the creature attacks the lighthouse in the fog. Total edge-of-your-seat stuff. And that final showdown at Coney Island? Epic doesn't even begin to describe it. The best part is when they discover the monster is spreading atomic radiation through its wounds. Talk about mixing prehistoric terror with atomic age fears.
Monsters threatening to engulf whole towns and... The natural slope of
The Monolith Monsters, 1957, gives us something totally different and super creepy. Instead of your usual monsters, we've got these crazy growing crystals that can drain the life from anything they touch. Grant Williams and Lola Albright face this unstoppable threat that isn't even alive. The special effects showing these massive crystals growing to incredible heights and then crashing down to spread even further will blow your mind. The scenes of people turning to stone are absolutely chilling. The best part? Regular rain can trigger these crystal growths, making every storm super dangerous. The way they explain the science behind silicon-based life makes the impossible seem totally possible. Watch out for that amazing sequence where the whole town gets overwhelmed by growing monoliths. Hey, crystal collectors, would you rather face a prehistoric sea monster or life-draining space rocks? Drop your survival strategy in the comments below.
Error. Panic takes the place of planned evacuation.
The beginning of the end, 1957, brings gigantic grasshoppers to Chicago, and it's totally insane. Peter Graves plays Dr. Ed Wainwright, whose radiation experiments accidentally create these massive hopping monsters. Peggy Castle joins the chaos as reporter Audrey Ames, trying to warn everyone before it's too late. The scenes of grasshoppers climbing Chicago's buildings are absolutely wild. They used real grasshoppers on photographs of buildings, and it's both hilarious and terrifying. Watch for that incredible moment when they figure out how to stop them using Lake Michigan. The way these radiation-mutated insects take over the city is pure B-movie gold. The military brings everything they've got, but bullets just bounce off these mega hoppers.
Bring about the slides.
Attack of the Crab Monsters, 1957, is next-level bonkers in the best possible way. Richard Garland and Pamela Duncan face off against giant crabs that don't just eat their victims, they steal their minds and can talk in their voices. Russell Johnson, yes, the professor from Gilligan's Island, helps figure out these crazy mutations. The beach scenes feel super claustrophobic, even in the open air. The best part? Every time the crabs absorb someone's mind, they get smarter, and the island keeps shrinking as the monsters tunnel underneath. Director Roger Corman packs so much creativity into this movie, you won't believe it. Keep an eye out for those awesome scenes where the crabs speak using their victims' voices. Super creepy.
Eternity. This story of a human mind and emotion.
Of everything he's ever known or loved.
Impelled.
The Colossus of New York, 1958, takes mad science to a whole new level. Ross Martin plays Jeremy Spencer, a brilliant scientist whose brain gets put into this massive mechanical body after his death. Talk about a work-from-home upgrade. John Barragray and Mala Powers bring the human drama as his brother and wife, watching him become something totally inhuman. The Colossus itself looks incredible, with those glowing eyes and that haunting electronic voice. Wait until you see it walking through New York. Pure retro sci-fi gold. The final showdown at the United Nations will leave you speechless. This movie asks some seriously deep questions about science going too far, all while looking absolutely awesome. Many of these actors appeared in multiple sci-fi films from this era. Who's your favorite recurring sci-fi star from the 50s?
It was horrible!
Space, impervious to heat, impossible to...
The Cosmic Man, 1959, gives us a totally different kind of alien visitor. Bruce Bennett plays Dr. Carl Sorensen, trying to communicate with this mysterious being that's more interested in teaching than invading. Angela Green helps us see the human side of this cosmic encounter, and John Carradine's voice as the Cosmic Man is absolutely haunting. Check out how the alien appears as this dark silhouette floating above the ground. So cool. The sphere he arrives in is perfectly smooth and totally defies analysis. That's real alien tech. Unlike most 50s alien visitors, this one comes with a message of peace that'll make you think. The way they build mystery around the visitor's true nature keeps you guessing until the end. Hey sci-fi friends, quick question. Would you rather meet a liquid monster or a cosmic visitor? Drop your choice in the comments below. The Giant Behemoth, 1959, brings atomic mutations right to London's doorstep. Gene Evans and Andre Morel play scientists racing against time to save London from this radioactive sea monster. The creature looks incredible, brought to life through both stop-motion animation and full-size props. Watch out for those scenes where it comes up the Thames, glowing with radioactive energy. Pure chaos in the streets. The best part? The monster's very presence can kill through radiation before you even see it. That ferry boat destruction scene is absolutely intense, and when they try to stop it using a radioactive torpedo, talk about fighting fire with fire. The way they combined monster movie action with atomic age fears is totally genius. These 1950s sci-fi treasures weren't just about aliens and monsters. They were about dreams, fears, and possibilities that still resonate today. From rubber suits to revolutionary effects, they sparked imaginations and shaped the future of cinema. If you enjoyed this blast from the past, hit subscribe and join our vintage movie community. Let's keep exploring these classics together. Until next time, keep watching the skies,